Welcome back, boys and girls. We're here with another gem for you. Without further ado, let's play it.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
Oh, I don't know. How does it feel to be the same gender as? Ugh, Rosie O'Donnell. Paris Hilton, whose only skill set is the horizontal mambo. Honey Boo Boo's mom. Hey, luckily for you, 3 triple bypass surgeries, and 10 years from now, she won't be around. And Pamela Anderson, famous for being a porn star and for contracting hepatitis C. But you know, hey, on a more serious note, you could cut off Donald Trump's junk and he would still be more of a man than Bernie Sanders.
Why do you hate rom-coms? Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
I had to look up what a rom-com was. The Notebook sucked, and Beyonce's music isn't that good.
Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies
When y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
I don't know. Me and my girl talk about all of those things for hours.
Why do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
Why?
Well, most of the movies where there's a female lead suck for starters and are aimed at women. Meaning, they cover issues that women care about, ones that men don't care about. However, that said, I'm sure there's gotta be a movie out there with a female lead that I like.
Are you surprised when women are funny?
I'm probably funnier than you.
Okay.
Why do you think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
9 times out of 10, I just want you to leave too. I'm busy. I got shit to do.
Bye, Felicia.
Why can't I sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged? When men do it, they're congratulated.
Anybody's allowed to do anything they want, but everybody's gonna get judged for the things they do, including men. Being congratulated is the result of being judged. You could sleep with as many men as you want. I don't give a shit.
Why do you consider a woman a tease if she doesn't sleep with you after 3 dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date?
I don't. The quicker we get down to business, the better.
In what world does no mean yes?
No means no.
Duh.
Why do you say that women are too emotional to be leaders?
Then justify catcalling by saying men just can't control themselves.
I don't ever say those things. What I do often say, though, is that women, as a generalized majority, have not yet learned how to manage the power they have, or the power that they've gotten, and that often, when handed any amount of power, they misuse it.
Why do you think that just because you're nice to me, I owe you my body? Why?
I don't. In fact, I don't even find you that attractive, so I don't even want your body.
Why would you ever send an unsolicited dick pic?
I have positively, absolutely never done that. Ever. Ever. Unsolicited. In fact, I've almost never done that even when solicited.
Why do you feel like it's okay to harass women or make offensive comments about women, but when somebody does it to your sister, it's not okay?
I don't. That's disrespectful behavior. It's just not something I would ever do.
How does it feel to interrupt me when I'm in the middle of making a point during a meeting?
Judging what I've seen from you specifically so far, I would suppose that if you're being interrupted during a meeting in a professional setting, I imagine that it would mean that whatever you're saying isn't all that important or not relevant, and therefore you're being interrupted because you're wasting people's time.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
I get that you have balls, but I don't stand around with my arms wide open to make room for my boobs.
Wonderful question. Wonderful, wonderful question. Rhetorical question that you answer yourself and that you make an unrealistic comparison. That's fantastic.
Why are women perceived as the weaker sex, even though we literally birth you? Like watermelons through like this.
Why is
Here's a helpful and accurate graph that will help explain to you why that is. As you can see, the average male is about as strong as the strongest female athlete. I suppose that might be why.
it so bad to show your emotions?
It means you're human.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of damaged goods you're dating, but in my household, I show my feelings just fine. Now, I reserve my feelings for those I care about deeply, the people that deserve to know about them, the people that have earned the right to hear about how I feel about things that are very, very near and dear to me. And I'm talking about, shit that keeps me up at night, shit that makes me cry.
Why are you always trying to prove your masculinity to me?
I don't really have to prove shit to you, but my question would be, why are you always nagging men?
Why the f isn't it ladylike to cuss? When did words get gendered?
Why?
Well, it's not very ladylike to cuss. It's not very gentlemanly either. Luckily, I'm not a fucking gentleman, huh?
Why is it your first instinct to doubt women who have been sexually violated or raped?
Why?
The reality is we don't really know what percentage of women lie about rape or sexual harassment. Now, the feminist group claim it's about 2%, whereas everybody else puts it between 20 and 41%. The big difference is there's a big peer review done on the people that claim 41%. So there's evidence to support that 41% of all rape allegations are false. I don't know. You tell me. If nearly half of the people that told you they were raped are lying, would you be skeptical when somebody says something like that? And the reality is that, and here's the anecdotal evidence, of all of the women that I've ever known that have claimed to be raped, I take an interest, I take them seriously, I ask them questions, they tell me their story, and in almost every one of those cases, they never called the police, they never filed a report, they never sought justice, they never had a rape kit done, so I don't know, you tell me.
You assume a woman's angry because she's on her period.
Most of the women that I've ever known are either extremely emotional or angry when they're on their period.
Why do you think women that wear makeup are false advertising? We can say the same thing about your dick size.
No, you can't. I don't falsely advertise my dick size. Also, I don't really have a stance on makeup.
Why isn't it weird that there's a bunch of old white men sitting in a room making legislation about what I can and can't do with my body?
Do you have a coochie?
Of course it is. That's why I'm pro-choice and pro-contraception.
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Really not. But real talk, one time I did actually turn one back. Yeah, reintroduced her. She loved it. She loved it everywhere.
How does it feel to get kicked in the balls?
Probably about how it would feel if I kicked you in the head.
You ever get tired of trying to be manly all the time?
Not really. It comes naturally. What with being a man and all.
Why are you so afraid of gender equality?
Because vast swaths of men have learned that gender equality does not mean equality.
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
In what world does 77 cents equal $1?
In what world does 68 cents equal $1?
How is that fair?
It doesn't, and it isn't fair. However, the feminist theory of pay gap has been disproven time and time again. It has been shown that it is the result of different choices, not of women being paid less per hour, or less per week, or less per month. But because women take more time off. Women leave work earlier, women leave work to have children, women leave work for a bunch of reasons, and this is why women, as a whole, generally make less than men, as a whole, in their lifetime. This is how the feminists measure the gender pay gap. Plain and simple, there is no pay gap. It's a lie.
Why are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you? That's awesome! More money!
I'm not really intimidated by that. In fact, I live in a household where my wife has more earning potential than I do. So we've decided that during this time when our children are young, and because we don't want our children to be raised by babysitters and after school programs, we've decided that because she has more earning potential, I'll be a stay-at-home dad for the duration. Now, this may mean that I'll take on part-time jobs during the day when the kids are at school, but getting the kids to and from school is my main priority. This means that I'm not intimidated by that, and many men aren't. Again, this is bullshit. It's a lie.
Why are opinionated women seen as bitches?
When opinionated men are seen as bosses.
I know lots of men that get told they're opinionated all the time. If you're an opinionated person, you're classified as an opinionated person.
Why aren't you speaking up when you hear your male friends behind closed doors make jokes that are offensive to women?
Shit. This is coming from people who just asked me why we are forced to have our legs so wide when we sit, you know, because we have balls. Oh, I don't know. Why are you asking offensive questions? Why do women do it? Women do it all the time. Why do women emasculate men with little pet words like man cave, which is really just another word for a place to put my boyfriend or husband's shit that I don't want to see? His playroom, like he's a child. I don't know. Why are women doing that?
Why are you so afraid of recognizing your own privilege? Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just recognize it and do something about it.
Okay, privileged how? I started working doing hard manual labor during the summers when I was 15. I started off making $3 less an hour than the industry standard simply because I was young and didn't know what I was doing. By age 17, I was buying my own clothes. By age 20, I was in the Marine Corps. I spent my 22nd birthday, Halloween, Christmas, and New Year's in a combat zone. I've been shot at, rocketed, bombed, mortared. I've been forced to see dead, rotting corpses and every other horrible thing that you've never, ever been able to imagine in your entire life. Everything I've ever had or have, I've had to scrimp, save, and work hard to get. How exactly am I privileged? Now look at this. BuzzFeed, nearly 6 million subscribers, right? Now they got to be making a pretty penny every time they upload a video. How many views do you suppose they have? 2 million? 3 million? 4 million? They must have tens or maybe even hundreds of thousands of likes, right? Wait for it. As always, if you enjoyed the video, throw me a like. If you disliked it, let me know why. And if you hated it, well, throw up a response video. Have a good one, folks.